where the 2020 graduating class in the U.S. struggled to find work in the summer months, but hiring picked up in the fall, with recent grads finding work at pre-pandemic speeds by October. This is a good time for you guys, y'all. You've graduated, you've spent the better part of your life in an amazing institution, garnering unprecedented language that's bound to change Western civilization as we know it. Now what? Well, you got to find a gig so you can support yourself, so you can finally move out of your parents' house, right? If you're looking for a job right after graduation, or anybody who's looking for a real powerful entry-level position in a growing industry or company, you've come to the right video, because I'm going to share with you exactly step-by-step where you need to go with data. How's it going, Nez Nation? Thank you so much for joining me today. Graduates, congratulations, you made it. I'm so happy for you. I'm so proud of you. But reality's got to set in sooner or later. We got to find you a gig. And I'm here to show you step by step. I'm going to show you actual data from LinkedIn that's going to help you get a gig right after college, right after graduation, the best entry-level positions that you can imagine. The first thing that you need to do is you need to have the right mindset. I'm assuming if you're watching this, you probably don't have a ton of experience. And so you can't be too selective. It's really important right now that you think of this part of your life as a building phase. This is where you've got to accrue experience, build your resume up so that eventually you can really get a gig that you're going to really plant yourself and hopefully do for a very, very long time. Trust me, you've got plenty of time. You don't really earn your real money until you're 40s and 50s anyway, so don't stress. Have fun, enjoy the ride, but you also want to get experience and try to get into positions that will help you grow, not only as a professional, but grow as a human being. Not to say that you can't go after what you want. Of course you can, but don't really get too discouraged if all the opportunities that you really want more than anything don't fall right into your lap. This is a period in your life where you're going to kind of mix and mesh, try different things, taste different things. It's all part of the process. So let's jump into the screen share, because the first thing that I want to show you is, look at this graph right here. This is the hiring rate for the class of 2020, again, provided by the LinkedIn economic team. Where the 2020 graduating class in the U.S. struggled to find work in the summer months, but hiring picked up in the fall, with recent grads finding work at pre-pandemic speeds by October. This is a good time for you guys, y'all. One of the first tips that I want to give you is try to look for not necessarily specific positions right now, but specific industries that can leverage a lot of growth, industries that are on the rise, industries that are gaining speed and traction. Why? Because these are the industries that are probably going to be around well into your 30s, 40s, 50s, and maybe even beyond. Why not start somewhere where this industry or this vertical has really a big, long lifespan and there's more longevity there? And so back to the graph here, you can see here right now, industries with the most entry-level openings. These are hiring climates that reflect shifting economic demands in the wake of the pandemic, with openings for software engineers, drivers, and healthcare professionals on the rise. And I would highly recommend that you take a screenshot here or pause, maybe write some of these down. You can see what are the industries and even the top jobs in those industries. Software and IT services does not surprise me. Healthcare does not surprise me. Transportation and logistics does not surprise me. I'm sure a lot of you guys can do these positions and go apply for these entry-level jobs. Next graph that I'm going to show you here, these are the fastest growing entry-level jobs right now. Employers in the U.S. are eager to hire entry-level workers interested in tech and healthcare, with roles like software, wellness specialists, medical technologists showing strong gains in 2021. This is another one of those screens. Again, this is backed up by LinkedIn Economic Graph Team and LinkedIn News. Software engineering specialist, online specialist, that does not surprise me. Sterilization technician, the list goes on and on. A lot of technology, data entry, remote work and virtual work, and that whole kind of technological ecosystem is going nowhere. Even though, thank God, as of this recording, we're trending in the right direction, if anything, COVID has just accelerated the inevitable. This stuff is here to stay, guys. And lucky for you and your generation, you've already become really acclimated to this. So you've got an edge over the competition. And plus, companies are looking to hire young, new, fresh blood in your generation. So you're hot in demand right now. Speaking of remote jobs, these are the fastest growing remote jobs for career starters. You can see here, and I've got a ton of videos, by the way, guys. I'll leave links in the description that actually are positions and passive income side hustles. Maybe even, dare I say, you can turn a lot of these side hustles into full-time positions that really resonate with a lot of these entry-level positions. You can see right here, customer support specialist, business development, product manager, real estate, data analyst, full stack engineer. Look at those salaries. I mean, those are really, really good for entry-level positions, especially if you have a degree that complements this. I also want to share the top cities with the most entry-level jobs. I told you this was going to be a data-backed video. You can look at here that New York City and Washington, D.C. lead the charge, 443,000 in the metropolitan area in Washington, D.C. You can see New York City, 524,000. Atlanta, Dallas, Texas is really, really big right now. San Francisco and Los Angeles holding their own. And of course, Chicago, Boston, and Atlanta also carrying some serious weight for most entry-level jobs. If you don't mind that city life, guys, and a lot of you might not have the luxury of choice, this is something that you might want to consider is where are the top cities, where are the top locations that have most of these positions. So you may want to think about this as you're searching for your entry-level position. The next graph that I want to share with you, again, this is coming from LinkedIn News. I'll leave the source in the description down below. U.S. regions on the rise for career starters. Recent grads looking to venture beyond the major economic centers for work have plenty of options. So you don't have to always go to, all of these very cliche metropolitan cities. The fastest growing regions of the U.S. for entry-level work span the Northeast, the South, and the Midwest. And you can see those highlighted there: manufacturing in green, software and IT services in orange or yellow, whatever that color is, and healthcare in red. Burlington, Vermont, Morgantown, West Virginia, Tampa Bay, Florida, Cape Coral, Texas, Waco, Austin. You can see has all three there. West Virginia primarily looks like healthcare. This is something to think about and something to research on your own. And hey, maybe you're looking for a move, or hey, maybe this is in your area and you didn't even know it. I hope this is really, really helpful. Now, this is my favorite graph of them all, because what it really comes down to, guys, it's not about, always finding the best, rising organization, rising vertical, rising industry, and just really, job search is more than just trends, analytics, and metrics, right? You really need to possess the fundamentals. You really need to have something to offer. You need to bring something to the table. You need to solve problems. You need to be a problem solver. And so I really, really love these skills here. The 5 key skills employers want from new grads. Analytical skills. You got to be able to critically think. You got to be able to analyze things. You got to be able to look at data, interpret it, and make sense. Project management has so many arteries and different branches to that. Leadership, communication, collaboration, customer service. You want to talk about communication, understanding the end user psychology, marketing. Most of you guys use digital platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube. You know how and where marketing eats, sleeps, and breathes. You're exposed to marketing probably every single time you go on your devices. This is a skill that is highly, highly in demand from employers from your generation. And last but not least, of course, time management is super, super important. So make sure that you understand these 5 skills, see where you fit in and how you can interject this into your job search and how you can implement this in your resume and even in the interview. And by the way, guys, I am an executive career coach, personal branding consultant for LinkedIn, and I have over 230 recommendations from real clients. So if you need any help working on your LinkedIn profile, working on your resume, positioning yourself, your story, your narrative, your brand, I'll leave a link in the description. You can reach out to me and hire me. But if you really just follow your own kind of volition and understand where these industries are, how you fit into them, what are the top 5 key skills, what is really something that is in hot demand, rising, something that's building momentum for the long haul, that's how you're going to really go after it. That's how you're really going to get a gig. That's not only something that you can put on your resume, not only something building experience, but something that's actually fruitful and fulfilling and gives you purpose. That's the most important thing. It's not just about money. We all need money, but purpose and fulfillment are really the kind of prologue, the preface to making really good money in these marketplaces. I hope this really, really helped you. I hope you got a ton of value. I've also got a ton of videos. I'll leave them in the description, an entire playlist of career advice, how to get a job, how to build your LinkedIn profile, where are the best jobs found, what are the best things that hiring managers are looking for, what do they want to see from you when they look at your resume, when they interview you. I've got a ton of career tips, job search tips, anything you can imagine. Pretty much I've got it covered right here on this channel. So go in the description and check those out. Make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you really want to grow your impact and income online, make sure you click subscribe. We also have a Nez Nation insider list that I'd love for you to be a part of. It's our newsletter. You can get the best information on planet Earth on how to advance your career, grow, and maybe even scale a side hustle or online business right into your inbox. So make sure that you go check that out. I really appreciate you. Don't go anywhere, because look, I've got some videos here that really complement everything that I'm talking about in this video right here. You got to go check this one out, especially. This one is really going to help you. So make sure you go check this one out. This one down here is phenomenal. Make sure you subscribe down there, and I'll see you over there. Go right now. Go click on that right now. I promise you it's going to be worth your while.